Trauma. Boy, can I tell you of some of the stories that come up when we experience trauma. And trauma is not always the same for everyone. It can be something as small as maybe not getting hugs when we were younger as children, or not being told that we're loved. Doesn't just have to be emotionally and physically. It can come in many different forms and is different for everyone. When we go through a trauma, what happens is it becomes stored into our unconscious mind, almost like in a deep cave, way down deep inside, where our conscious mind is not aware of it because the unconscious mind is somewhat protecting our awareness of these emotional feelings or scenes that we were seeing. And again, trauma doesn't have to come just from us. We can actually experience trauma from watching on the other end of something that might have happened traumatic to someone else. But that scene is still stored within our unconscious mind, and that might have been just as much traumatic for ourselves as for the other person. Many examples of that. So when we work with the unconscious and the conscious mind, we get the communication going between the two, because we have a protector part, okay? And when we're in our protector part, which is our protective self, is there to protect us from emotional triggers. It wants to protect us from not feeling or seeing or being aware of what might have happened in that certain situation. But what it's not doing is that it is not allowing us to see, to heal, and to move on. And as we become adults, say things happen to us as children, we see trauma or we experience it, and then we become into these relationships, whether it's friends, family, lovers, and unconsciously we are starting to do things where we're not aware of, because it has to do with a certain trauma in our life. When we become aware of these things, everything changes, because it's not just about the trauma itself. We're experiencing emotions, physical pain due to the emotions, and spiritual as well. Everything is within a box. You have to work with each one of these. And when you work with each one of these, it is as though you become aware, everything starts to fit in place. You become centered within yourself. So if you ever feel like you're in this Groundhog Day of being in a same relationship or experiencing the same problems, whether it has to do with health or money or relationships, this has to do with a certain past trigger or trauma, or whatever you want to call it. Become aware of it, things will change within you. How do you do this? A lot of clients will ask, I'm stuck. I don't know how to get out of this. It's finding the right teacher, the right person that will help you be aware of that. And trust is a big thing. So you can go to a certain person, you can go to a certain teacher, counselor, clergy, whatever you want to call it, life coach. But until you get the trust within them, the trust within your own self, and also trusting you, things will not change. So that is what we work on here at Hyperspace Connection, is becoming aware of the things we might not be aware of by being in contact with the unconscious and the conscious mind working as a team. It's a little information that I thought we would reach out today and explain what trauma is, how we can overcome trauma and be a better person for ourselves, for what we want in our life, and become centered and trusting ourselves just as much. Thanks for joining me. I'm Heidi here at Hyperspace Connection.